South Jersey bad boys. South Jersey bad boys. South Jersey bad boys.
Are you hard yet?
Yep.
Didn't
All right,
even,
perfect.
Didn't even chime in.
Our job here is done. Play the Pornhub theme.
Weird.
I just kind of wanted to hear the harmony.
Can you sing?
No, I wish I could.
Yeah. We were talking about that the other day.
Yeah, we were talking about it the other day.
What did I send you? It was
Red Clay Strays.
yes,
Oh,
dude. I'm big on
that's-
the Red Clay
What
Strays.
is
I can't wait
that?
for that new single to drop.
They have a new single
Moments?
coming out.
Yeah, the song you
Oh,
sent me.
really?
Yeah.
Wait,
Or posted. Or whatever.
the song "Moments."
Yeah.
But it's dropped. I sent it to you.
I don't think it's like on Spotify yet. I think that's
It's on Apple Music. That's how I've been listening to it. I think so. Anyways, doesn't matter. Dan, this band, the Red Clay Strays.
What
Have you heard of them?
genre is this? No, I haven't heard of
country.
them. It's
I
country.
guess, but it's kind of like it's not like your typical country.
It's not
kinda
poppy
like,
country.
It's more
not
like rock. It's got like
Yeah.
a Johnny Cash sort of vibe. Like
Yeah.
a modern day Johnny Cash sort of
I could
like.
get off to that.
They're from Alabama. I think they're from.
All right, I'm in.
Yeah, but they're fucking awesome, dude.
yeah.
Sweet.
They're the shit.
My buddy, after I posted the Red Clay Strays on Instagram, he goes, "Dude, I was at a concert 2 years ago. I saw them playing for a crowd of 50 people at this festival, and nobody knew who the fuck they were. And now they're like, headlining every festival. Their songs are in movies.
That's
and-
wild.
Yeah.
It is crazy. I feel like in music, to really get your music to stick, especially if you're playing original music, most people, I feel like at a bar, if you're trying to play original stuff, they'd be like, shut the fuck up, play Journey.
Yeah.
But like if you go in there and you actually have some killer original music, I think it takes a little bit for it to really.
Because you're right, it does have to be so good. If you're sitting in a bar
Yeah.
and they're not playing some good covers, you are like, what the fuck are you doing?
And especially some good original music might be kind of, depending on the vibe of it, some of it might be a little bit lower
Downer.
and slower, a little bit of a downer. You're in a bar trying to play it. Like it's like coffee shop
Yeah, and they have
music.
some hits like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
it's like
like
how
a
do you
little-
get that to be a hit if you're not already well known?
I guess the internet, right?
Yeah, I guess it's changed now, but
Yeah.
I guess the point we were making though is I was like, dude, I would give anything to be able to sing like that.
Yeah.
That or like
Have that type of voice to
Because
really
if
rip
you're
it.
not
or two dicks.
really good at
Yeah.
singing, like there's no in between. There's no like in comedy, like dude, he's pretty good, and like you could see he's gonna be a lot better in a couple of years. Like if you were like not that good at singing and you're in front of people singing,
Oh yeah. There's some people that
I'll
are
never
in
forget that.
comedy who are past an open mic stage but aren't a headliner, and they can make some people laugh, and you can live in that middle ground. But music, you're right. I feel like if you're good, like people are good and they can stand listening to you, or you're fucking not.
yeah,
And it's
Yeah,
just
I feel like
get
you
the
can
fuck
only
out.
get better at singing as a child.
yeah,
Like
Yeah,
Right.
because you got to have a lot
being
of vocal
classically trained, like
Yeah.
vocal training.
like can you
or
imagine
you just have a natural talent and you're like a fat dude, typically
like a jelly roll type of guy.
ex-alcoholic. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Who
Yeah.
just starts belting it out. and
yeah,
everyone's
just
like,
singing with
"Damn,
all
dude."
emotion,
Yeah.
straight
I've-
from the fucking feet.
You think about it with comedy too, because not most, but a lot of comedians will say how friends that never did stand up are way funnier than any comedian they've ever met or that they're friends with. In music, it's like because you have to go through years and hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars training your voice, going to voice lessons, all this stuff. People that never even consider it. What if they have really good singing voices and you just
Yeah.
never even come close to hearing it? It's fucking
There's
nuts.
a million things I think about like that maybe you've just never like. How many things have you tried in life where maybe you tried it and you realized, oh, I love this, or I kind of have a knack for it, and you're like, well, there's so many things I haven't tried. Like maybe you were supposed to be the best violin player.
Yeah. Or like fucking a black chick.
What?
You never did that?
Like trying it, you might have a knack for it. You might be like, wow, I'm really opening myself up.
I
to-
doubt that Dan Callahan would be the best
I
at
thought
fucking
that
a
was
black
your
chick.
missed opportunity.
Yeah, I doubt it.
yeah. I feel like that's not where
Everybody
your
that-
strengths were gonna be.
Everybody knows that I really fell short on the Latina or Latinx train. Really is what
You
where
fell
I-
short already.
I fell short on that one. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Dan Dingo. But like at the same time, have you ever met like a black person who can't sing?
Very rarely. There's something instinctual about that too.
Yeah.
Where,
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just know how to play.
Like a lot of
bass.
times, I remember there was a cook, one of the cooks when I was in college. He was this older black dude, and anytime it was somebody's birthday, he'd come out and belt out "Happy Birthday," and I'm like, "This is the best singer I've ever heard in my fucking life, dude." I'm like, "Dude, you should not be cooking
Yeah, dude,
anything.
I had
dude.
a-
You're so talented."
I had a gym teacher in like I think middle school. His name was Mr. Toombs, and he was the happy birthday guy.
Yeah.
Mr.
Older black dude, bald, mustache.
Soulful.
Yes, I think he was like an ex NFL player. And yeah, he would just come out with that real deep happy birthday. And like I looked forward to it.
You said his
every
name
time.
is Mr. Toons?
Toombs.
Oh, Toombs. I think you said
Toons would-
Tunes. I'd be
yeah,
like,
that'd be
actually,
cool.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
pretty.
It's hard to fake soul.
Yeah,
and
you can't.
black
You
people
gotta
generally
have-
just naturally have soul,
Yeah.
and white people do not.
That
So
and
you
will.
gotta be really good,
Yeah.
or you gotta naturally have it.
That or a rhythm. Yeah. I don't have any of that. You know, I tried.
We
Played
know.
middle school band, bounced around from trumpet to French horn to baritone. But
If they go snap your fingers right now, you get to be incredible at one instrument or singing or something. What do you go with?
I mean, you could go with the real basic answer of some sort of guitar because, you know, every guy wants to whip one of those out at a bonfire and play Wonderwall, right?
No, because there's nothing lamer than that. Unless you're like
You
shredding.
did just paint the lamest scenario.
I hate the
Am I
guy who
the
brings
guy
a
that
guitar
whips
out
out?
at like a
fucking
party.
love that guy, dude.
Because
You're
it's
the-
never an electric guitar and he's ripping Freebird.
He's never that good.
Yeah.
No, but if you could have an electric guitar and rip it in like a Nashville bar on Broadway,
That
like
would be-
playing a country, like something like that,
Yeah,
obviously.
Well, that's a whole
Yeah.
different scenario. that
Oh
you're
yeah,
painting.
yeah. I mean, there's like a varying degree, I guess, between the two. But I'd order, you know, one of Santana used to sell guitars on QVC. My dad ordered one when I was a kid and tried playing it and gave up after a month.
Yeah.
And that just sat and collected dust. So I think part of me with it was like I would want to play a guitar. I don't know because like anything else you would need to be in a band for. Like you can learn how to play trumpet really fucking good, but where are you going to go without being in Chicago with a trumpet?
Yeah.
You know?
That's
True.
why it wouldn't be at the top of my list.
Yeah, and I was thinking there aren't enough guitarists.
Yeah, there's way too many of them. I mean, that's the fucking
I
problem.
think I'd go piano or saxophone.
Really?
Yeah.
Sax it up.
Dude, that have you ever
Ron
been like,
Swanson,
damn, that
yeah.
sax solo was not sick?
That's true.
Have you ever been to a Springsteen
Especially because
concert? You've been to
exactly,
them.
yeah. Huge Clarence Clemens
no,
guy.
I played saxophone in
Jay
fourth grade
Clemens.
for like a year, and it would be awesome to be good at the sax.
Yeah, I wish that there wasn't such a stigma in joining the middle school band of like, because I was in a middle school band because you got to go on trips. We go to Hershey Park or Dorney Park. Like that's fucking cool. You get out of class early to go practice, go to these things, whatever. Once you get to high school, if you're in the fucking band, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think also the problem is you couldn't play like cool music. Like they were never teaching you like how to jam. dude.
yeah, you were playing.
If you went into the class and they were like jamming to some songs like that would be a blast.
yeah.
Instead,
I mean,
you're just playing. What's up, Graham?
we had a jazz band in my middle school. We got to play some like Chicago, like 25 or 6 to 4, those types of songs. But in the regular band, yeah, it was like the Forrest Gump theme song type of thing. It was nothing fucking really cool. But our music teacher, I think, was better than some others. But yeah, once you get to high school, I just started playing sports. And if I stuck with instruments, I feel like I would want to fucking play. My mom tried taking me to get guitar lessons, and I just didn't practice
Really?
enough. I just didn't
Yeah.
fucking
I
try
think
it.
I would go singing, man.
Big singing, you'd be the lead guy?
Dude, to have an incredible voice that you could whip out
Yeah.
would be.
Just fucking
You're telling me
rip
you
it.
wouldn't whip that out?
Oh, I would fucking
I'd
whip
whip
it
it
out.
You'd whip it out?
Yeah, fucking,
Yeah.
I've been known to do such things.
Dude, you and your boys, you're fucking hammered at karaoke. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, no, I'll sing. Everyone's joking around. And you go, yeah, I'll try it. You get up. Belt it out, dude. Knock people's socks
I'll
off.
never forget it. One of my favorite karaoke experiences ever. It was this old drunk dude who was buying me and my friend shots, and he was like belligerent, just hanging out there with his wife, and it was karaoke night. And he decided to go up, and we thought it was like he was doing it as like a joke, like
Yeah.
he's just gonna go up there and not know any of the lyrics and just dick off.
Mhm.
One of the best voices I've ever heard. Just
Angelic.
killed it, but then could not speak like afterwards. He was so drunk. And he
I
was
love
the
an
man
unexpected
for like
singer.
an hour, and then he went outside and hit his wife. We were like, "Guy's not as
Man, this guy's
cool."
extra
Yeah.
the man.
That's what it takes to be a good singer, though. You got to have a little bit of, you got to have something in you. You got to have that fire.
Turns
you know?
out this guy wasn't the man. He was a legend.
Yeah. Did he sing that song, The Man by Aloe Black, was it? I'm the man, I'm the man. How'd that fucking tune go? I shouldn't sing. Anyway,
Yeah, dude.
I've been listening to way too much Yacht Rock. That documentary really got me fucking going.
Where was the yacht rock doc?
Yeah, Yacht Rock doc. Out there, some Michael McDonald, some Kenny
Where was the
Loggins.
yacht rock doc?
It's on HBO.
Really?
on Max or whatever. Yeah,
I'll have to check it out.
yeah, they go through the history of yacht rock and just a lot of Toto.
I gotta wait till like spring, dude.
How did yacht rock start? Just there was a guy who had a boat and they just started jamming.
Well, the term didn't really start until they go through it. It was actually a comedy group that started putting out videos on like MySpace or something, making fun of this like group that they considered to be yacht rock, and they started calling it that. But it's like a type of rock, but it has that type of sound that's just a little bit different. It's
I know what you're talking about. I like some yacht rock.
It's like when you try to describe what yacht rock is to somebody, it's like got a little jazzy type of sound to it.
It's kind of like some Elton John amongst the band, like but
kinda,
with a
yeah.
band where it's kind of like it's like funky
gay
rock.
When you hear it, you know it's yacht rock. But like, how do you describe it to somebody? That's the trouble I have with it.
Right.
But like, yeah, I mean, now I've just been listening to nothing but like fucking Toto and all types of shit. But Michael McDonald, oh yeah, I mean, just get me the fuck off.
You get off to Michael McDonald?
I never really did until I listened to this documentary and you hear the songs. Like, he was the one that had the song that they sampled for a lot of like early 90s rap music. Yes.
Michael McDonald. Pretty good.
That's a good Michael McDonald
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
What's one of his songs?
I don't even know the names, but you hear it and I'm like, oh, that's Michael
Oh,
McDonald.
dude, I'm trying to.
He has one of those voices that you can
Yeah.
just like, yeah, that's Michael McDonald.
I gotta look it up. Michael McDonald.
And that's one of the things with a lot of the like musicians or just singers in general. You have that voice that is just really different. Like, you have a good voice, but if it's nothing out of the ordinary, how do you possibly stand out from it? I don't know.
Yeah.
So what instrument did you say you would go with if you knew
I
how
think
to play any?
number
Master?
one would be piano.
Yeah, there's
Got
just
one right back here, dude. I'll teach
I
you a couple
know.
things.
Do you play?
I dabble, so no.
Yeah, dabble in it. You can play some tunes.
I've taught myself on YouTube to play like 3 songs.
Yeah, I started like during COVID. I was able to play like a couple songs.
I'll tell you what, dude. I have
memory, and that was
I
it.
can play the fuck out of those songs. Like I have the potential, dude, but I just I'm wasted talent.
I would love to play the fucking drums, but like again, unless you're with a band in a bar, you're anything but fucking annoying playing the drums.
Yeah, drums would suck.
The only way you can learn it is to be a nuisance to your entire neighborhood. There's a guy across the street from me that's like in a jam band type of thing, and it doesn't sound bad, but it just pisses me the fuck off because I'm like, you guys are playing like concert level sound, and my windows are vibrating. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they do have those like silent drum pads now.
Where you put in
For, like,
headphones,
kids.
and you
Yeah.
can hear
But
it
it doesn't
sweet.
feel the same like when you are playing on the drums. Like
when you smash a
and
fucking cymbal.
there's not many good places where you just let it wail. Now, what if you soundproof this entire thing in here? Like, does that even keep it all in?
A lot of times it does a pretty damn good job of doing it,
Okay.
but you would have to do that to the windows over here, from the windows to the walls.
Now, if
Yeah.
I'm banging down here loud and I'm yelling, would that
No
keep...
one's gonna hear your victims.
Okay.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
one's going to be able to hear them.
You hear
You can
that,
scream
Grant?
all they want. So
Nice.
what have you been up to there, Jimbo Jones? We haven't had you on the program in a while.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, dude.
Yeah,
I
thanks
know
for
you've
having
been
me,
super
guys.
busy, and it was tough to squeeze you in.
Yeah, finally
Yeah,
found some space.
I have been busy, getting taller, getting faster.
Yeah. What's your 40 time these days?
Too fast.
Too fast.
Would you say you're at your peak performance right now, or there was a time in your life where you were faster?
I mean, exponential growth is what I strive for. I think it's.
We know what you're striving for, but what are you achieving? Is kind of more the question.
I think I might be past it in terms of achievements.
Yeah. Any achievements you set out for yourself, you're looking at them in the rearview mirror, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So would you say you're at your peak then?
I mean, even for my future goals, I backdate them because they're already accomplished.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And how could you possibly define what a peak is if you're constantly just looking at the peak behind you?
So
Like,
you're the fastest you've ever been right now.
I mean, until tomorrow.
Okay, but as of this second, this is currently the fastest.
What even are seconds?
Yeah.
You know, what is time?
Well, it's just
Yeah.
good to know because I can beat you right now. So if this is the fastest you've ever been,
No,
then
no,
it's
no.
like, all right, well,
No.
then I know. Like
Those
you know.
those Michelle Obama calves are made for structure.
You gonna talk about
not
my
for
big Mike
speed.
calves, dude?
Dude, those calves were made for walking.
I can't even whip them out, dude, because like they're too. I can't even get them over my pant legs.
Damn, dude. Yeah, how do you buy pants with fucking calves? I like how I'm just fucking oiling you
All
both
bell
up.
bottoms.
You gotta go boot cut, dude.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
gotta go
bell
boot cut.
bottoms is what you said. Yeah,
I wish bell bottoms were in, dude. Make my life so much easier.
would be. Yeah, but you got to get the wides and the New Balances to fit all that in there.
You been working out though, Jimbo?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Working out hard. Just your typical, lifting everything super heavy as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Impressing everyone.
You strike me as a chest and tries guy, back and buys, 0 legs, repeat kind of guy.
Nah, I hit legs.
You do?
Yeah.
All right, well, it's going to be a little harder next
Fuck
time.
you, kindly.
Did you guys used to do that in high school, though, where you go chest and tries, back
I
and
didn't have a
buys,
choice
no
because of
legs?
wrestling. I had to lift legs.
Really?
If it was my choice, yes. Like
I was
when I was
never lifting
lifting by
legs.
myself, yeah, I was never lifting legs.
Yeah, by myself, dude, forget about it. I was never hitting the squat rack.
Yeah. If we had a gym in my high school, I think I would have attempted some leg workouts.
You didn't have a gym in your high school?
We didn't have a weight room until my senior year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So they finally, like, our senior year, like summer for 2 days for football, like we went inside after doing some outdoor stuff and we would come into the weight room. They finally got in there and they were like basically teaching people how to weight lift. And I was just like, oh, okay. So like we started some stuff there, but then after football season, it was like, we didn't use it for anything else. So then I didn't, outside of the gym that I would go to, like, college when we were training for baseball, and I would start playing there, and it's like everybody there has been weight training for years, and I'm like, dude, I've like just started lifting weights a year ago, so I was like far behind anything. But I would try and make my rounds, follow a checklist. I'm gonna do this, and this, very routine.
Do
But
any of your guys' parents work out?
no,
No.
See,
no, not at all.
isn't that funny?
Yeah, why wasn't that a thing?
Their
Well,
generation, unless you were like a very, very serious athlete that maybe played in the pros, none of them work out.
no, they didn't. It's because I don't know. Did they have? They didn't have to just work remotely and instead of commute 5 steps to their
No, I mean
desk
they
and
all
do
look
nothing?
like shit. It's not like they didn't have to.
Yeah.
It's almost as if they were like, no, we didn't have the science back then. We didn't know exercise was good for you. And I'm like, you guys had to have known.
Yeah.
But I feel like also all dads before they got their beer gut were also naturally pretty ripped.
They were
back in the day.
Yeah, there was something.
Like 70s dads were pretty ripped.
Yeah, 70s dad
Yeah.
had some major tea.
Yeah, my dad was a record-setting runner, ran at Rutgers, D1 track runner and
way.
everything. Yeah, he had a record at Rutgers for 27 years for the mile.
What?
He ran the mile in like 4:10.
Holy shit! That's insane.
But then after he got out of school, like I've never
Just
heard of him
let
going
it-
to the gym at all. And like he would constantly go back, and it's just like there was
What's your fastest mile time?
like maybe 7:30, 8 minutes.
You're
maybe.
slow.
4 minutes.
Yeah, I was fucking slow. Yeah, I would
just over a minute a mile.
Yeah,
That's insane.
it was crazy. And he ran faster in high school. Like he went to Rutgers Camden, then went to Rutgers. He had the record. It did last for 27 years, but they didn't really run the mile anymore. So there's a little bit of an asterisk on that.
Yeah.
But still had his name on a record thing at Rutgers in New Brunswick for 27 years. But I did not get the track gene. My sisters did all that. I just played football, basketball, baseball, and swim team. That was
What
it.
position did you play in football?
Center and defensive end.
You were
Yeah, you got
I
the
was
you got the frame for it.
Yeah, dude, I had the
could see
frame for
that.
a center. I
You
had
just like the guy sticking his hand up there.
we did shotgun. I don't know
Yeah,
what
you
it
feel
was.
that heat, QB?
Me and the quarterback on my team were the only, like, one of the few white guys on our team, and
Oh,
whatever.
that explains why you were center.
That's why I was saying black guys don't play center,
They don't.
especially shotgun snapping. No fucking way.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it is really weird. Black guys don't play center.
They don't. I don't know why. They were like, anybody have experience playing center and can snap and shotgun? I was like, I did in Pop Warner. They're like, great.
Because black guys don't play that gay shit, dude.
No.
They're like,
Yeah,
no, I'll
that's
be a
true.
guard, I'll be a tackle, but I'm not having
That's
some
true.
dude stick their hand up my fucking
Yeah.
grundle.
It was honestly probably the easiest position on the field for me to play because I just could not fathom having shoulder pads, a helmet, and trying to catch like as a tight end. I tried it for 1 week. I was like, I'm not fucking doing this.
It is very eye opening
Yeah.
when you're a kid and you're playing park football, and then you finally join a league and you're catching football with a helmet and shoulder pads on for the first time. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this is.
I
way
played
different.
since I was tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
Skip that gay flag stuff too.
yeah,
Right
because that's
into
all they
Mighty
play
Mites.
now. Like I don't
Yeah,
hear
dude, that's
about
so lame. I have little cousins like playing football and like they don't get to tackle each other till they're in like middle school.
that's
Yeah.
nuts.
Like, dude, concussions are half the fun.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
had a concussion for 90% of my snaps that I took in high school. Like I remember bending down to where I almost puked because my head was throbbing.
Yeah.
playing
Yeah.
center, like having the
That's fun. That's
Yeah.
good fun.
It was a good fucking.
Who doesn't love the dude who's had too many concussions? That guy's always a good time.
Yeah, until he's dead.
Yeah, but until then, it was a good time.
Until
like, it
it's a blast.
yeah,
Yeah, well,
Remember the drills you used to do too? Like we would do the drill where they would have a circle. I don't know if this wasn't Oklahoma drill, but you'd be in a circle they'd put one of you standing in the middle.
Bull in the ring, they used to call it.
Yeah, bull in the ring.
Yeah.
And then you just they call it a number, but it could be coming from behind you, in front of you, the side of you. So I'm like, what is the strategy here? Like, in no position
Make you a man,
in the
son.
game am I going to get drilled from behind, dude. Like, and you would just turn around and have to get wrecked by somebody.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, man, good work.
Dude,
I'm like, why don't we work on the offense?
No, it
dude?
pisses me off. You ever see on like Instagram or whatever social media that now they do fucking Oklahomas with parents like at the end of the season?
And they're
Dude, I would have
fucking those kids up.
loved to take my mom out, dude.
Yeah, I would've
Wait, they
fucked
do
my
what?
mom.
I missed.
You never
Yeah.
see this? Like
No.
they'll line up like, you know, mighty level football kids up against their parents.
But the
and their
parents
will
don't
just
have
like
pads on.
But the kids
Deck
have
them.
pads on and they tackle.
And they're
them?
little, and they do an Oklahoma drill, and the parents will just run them the fuck over. Dude.
Oh, so the parents are in the out.
A lot of times it's
Yeah.
with the moms.
yeah,
'cause
and the mom's
obviously-
like 300 pounds.
Hell
full
yeah.
grown.
But like the
Yeah.
Lot
moms
of
are
women.
laying out 6-year-olds,
Yeah.
dude. Like laying them the fuck out.
Why isn't this a league? Or I'm surprised I haven't seen this come up in my feed.
It's
Holy
honestly
shit.
pretty sweet. But like
That does sound like a
they're
good time.
definitely like they're fucking these kids up.
Yeah.
Like, they're-
I've saved a couple of videos.
I'm like,
I'll
yo,
send
I know that you guys think this is cute and funny. I'm like, they are laying them the fuck out.
it to you. Yeah, well,
Like
Yeah.
that is not safe.
Yeah, no, there was.
It's crazy.
you don't want to eat your fucking broccoli, Tim?
Yeah.
There were tons of things that
would've
it sound
laid my mom.
like such a boomer saying that. I mean, we got out of high school like 10, 15 years ago at this point. There was definitely stuff in there that there's no way they'd be able to do today.
No.
Um,
The only thing they were worried about when we were playing, they'd be like, is somebody breaking their neck? That was the big thing. It's like,
Yeah.
just make sure you don't put the crown of your helmet
down,
But
or-
otherwise, it was pretty much, fair game.
yeah, none of us really. I mean, they wouldn't check. Referees wouldn't even check if you had mouth guards in, if you had all your pads in.
Late hits
like-
weren't really a thing.
No. I was
Like drilling there's no like defenseless receiver. That was just called a good solid hit.
we could do crackback blocks and
Crackback blocks.
fucking chop blocks, all
Uh-huh.
that stuff. And on kickoffs and kick returns, I was looking for the guy that wasn't looking at me and just fucking nailed him into the side.
You remember your first time not seeing somebody coming and getting cracked?
Oh yeah,
cracked?
yeah.
And you're
yeah.
like, it's just like, it just wakes you. You're like, what the fuck was that?
I don't know why it
What
was
happened?
this way, but like I got fucking leveled so many times in games, didn't feel the fucking thing. But at practice, I was like beat to the fucking ground. Like I
Because
felt
practice
like shit.
sucked, dude.
Practice was terrible. but in
Practicing
the game,
football sucked. The only
Yeah.
fun part was when you're playing scrimmaging or like playing the game, and like in football practice, you're practicing all week, rarely getting to play football, and then you have one game a week where you get to have fun and play. But practice itself, the drills and stuff, it just fucking sucked. Dude.
yeah.
Football for the most part was, you were never getting to do the fun part.
Yeah. Baseball practices were the worst, especially in college, because it's mainly just conditioning and like hand-eye coordination drills. And then a lot of times you're just out standing in center field, or like it was really some of the most boring, long practices.
Yeah.
And then you would have double headers on the weekends. You would have to drive fucking forever to get to the teams we were playing. That's why it stopped.
Are you
It was
doing your summer league again this year?
No, fuck that, dude. I tried. I didn't think
intense?
time was a thing that would affect people. I literally went back in there and I'm like, yeah, everybody in the league is usually in college or a year or two out. I'm only 32. I still I'll get in there. No fucking way. It's like,
Why
I don't,
they're that good?
yeah, they're that good, but they also, their training is like every year. I feel like there's something science related or something more that just levels everybody up.
Yeah.
And also there's kids that are focusing on nothing but baseball.
Yeah.
I'm sick of
Like-
science. Sick of it. Sick
Yeah.
and tired of it. It's
I know,
just
it's like, can we just all chill out and just be
Yeah.
like pretty average at everything?
Can
Why
we
do
all just show up hungover,
Science?
take our
Yeah.
best hack at it? That's usually what that league was supposed to be for. Like, we're all just hungover. We don't want to be there either. Just try and, make a play or two, and we all go home happy. But everyone just has to show up and make these old guys feel like pieces of shit. So,
I just hate science.
yeah.
These days,
I hate science.
I've been thinking
fucking
about
so,
it, with Jack. Everyone's like, oh, like what sports would you get him into? And obviously, as a dad, you start to think strategically, what sports do you want to put him in for the best chance of having, a good career?
Or like a D1 scholarship.
D1 scholarship. But everything is so insanely competitive now. Like, for us, we're like, maybe he'll become get him into golf. He's going to be a small kid.
Sucks. He's like, you can't teach him.
Yeah, exactly. But also, golf is so insanely competitive.
It's also really difficult and expensive to get into.
I feel like as a parent, though, once they're like in high school, it's pretty cool. Though you just go hang out at a country club You check in when you want, and then you're just drinking with the
Fucking
parents.
sweet. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's
That's
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Or if you just get him, like, make sure he's got a good workout routine and get some dance lessons. He could be a cheerleader, get a D1 ride, and hang around nothing but fucking hot broads all day.
You don't do that.
Yeah, no, I would never.
He could do that, or he could. You got to find the sport where it's like, I wouldn't say the easiest to get a D1 scholarship, but everybody's trying to go D1 for football, basketball, whatever the fuck. You got to find like the fucking fencing or the javelin throw. Play the field sports and track and field. That would be pretty sweet.
But imagine just sitting through those track meets of
Fuck
just watching
that.
your kid throw a fucking javelin for. You're at that track,
Yeah,
meet for
track, ugh.
7 hours.
Track meets are terrible. The swim
that'd
meets I
be-
had to go
that'd
to
be
as a kid
rough,
were
dude.
terrible.
Yeah. Certain sports.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
That's the other
Yeah.
thing. Like, you want to be able to eventually go and sit and enjoy watching. Like, that's why you want to see your kid play football. Is a blast to watch. Although I don't know if I'd let him play football.
You wouldn't let him play football?
I would say I'm not going
gonna
to
force my kids
put
to.
him in it. And if he wants to by high school, which was kind of the situation with me, it's like maybe.
Yeah, but then if you do that, you can never be good. It's so hard if you start that late
I don't think
to
so
catch
with
up.
football.
I do.
I don't. Well, it
I
depends
started-
on.
I think honestly, any sport, like
Depends on what
starting in high
position.
school is fucking.
Starting in high
Way
school is
too
tough,
hard.
especially if you're in a high school where you're like a group 2, 3, or 4 school where you have a lot more kids, a lot more competition. How are you going to be able to make the team and play? You know, school I went to was small, so I could just play and start JV and then varsity as a junior or senior, but it's not like that
Football,
everywhere.
I played 1 year before high school, and I felt like the transition was completely fine.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I started 5th grade. When did you start playing football?
7 maybe.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I felt like I started late in 5th grade because my town didn't have a team. I had to go use a fake address to go down the street to play for Riverside's team.
Yeah, I only played 1 year, but I played wide receiver, so it's like how
Especially
hard-
with your calves, you were probably just showing up fucking.
But just in terms of like understanding the game, it's like, yeah, dude, you run your routes.
yeah.
Like once you get used to the pads and the helmet, you're fine. Like it's not like, especially in high school, like in terms of the mental, like the plays that you're right. It's not like they're super complicated or anything.
No.
I
No,
mean, it
they're
depends
really
how
not.
good your school is.
Yeah.
9-1, dude, but no big deal.
You gotta like it though. You gotta enjoy it. That's why I'm a season ticket holder over at Camden Catholic for the girls basketball team. I think they got a shot this year.
Yeah, should not say that out loud.
Well, remember last year we were talking about it, and then one guy commented and he's like, "Oh, my daughter's on the Paul the Sixth team," and we're like, "Fuck." He's like, "Come to the game next week." I'm like, "All right."
No, bad look.
I was like, always like, oh, man, I don't want my kids to fucking wrestle one day. But I
Wrestling
wrestled in
feels
college,
brutal
and now I'm
because
like,
just
they're
you have to
gonna
drop
wrestle.
weight and everything like that.
That seems
and-
like the sport that would suck the most to play. Like it doesn't seem.
It does
fun
until
at
it
all.
doesn't. Until you're really good at it, then it's fucking awesome.
But even if you're really good, is it ever fun?
yeah, I mean, beating someone's ass in a stadium full of people is pretty cool.
Did you ever have to wrestle a girl? I saw a few matches in high
Yeah,
school.
like when I was like a kid and stuff. But
Not in high school.
no, I never had to wrestle a girl in high school. But
Kelsey would
I would put her
beat your
through a fucking mat,
ass,
too.
dude.
Yeah.
no, dude, I put her in her place.
Kelsey would beat yo ass.
She beat your ass.
She would definitely beat my ass.
Would be
No
my
question.
ass, too,
dude.
yeah.
She beat me in golf too. Has beat me in golf.
That broad.
Yeah. Dude, I got a Top Golf gift card. We should go use that sometime.
What?
Get
How have
some
we
fun-
not used that yet?
Because Top Golf's so fucking nuts now. I have a 70. It was a golf gift card that was like one of those like online ones you could use at different courses, but none of the courses you could use it for were in the area. But you could convert it to Top Golf. So that's what I did. I was like, that'll be a good time. $75. I look like online, like you get an hour bay, like the minimum is like 65 or 70. So I'm like, fuck, like you can just
You're gonna
rent the
wind up
bay.
drinking.
Yeah, you're essentially
Yeah.
just getting a discount.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, it's just so expensive now. Like if you go there, but it's
Yeah,
sort
I
of
remember when I started going to college, like in Tampa. I'm pretty sure that it might be the first one. We were like in Bradenton, Florida, or Brandon maybe. It was pretty cheap. Like we'd go all the time because
Yeah.
it wasn't. And like as a college kid with like no money, it was cheap.
Yeah, I thought they were like going out of business or something. They weren't doing so hot.
I don't know.
It
it's
takes a
so
lot of
goddamn
money
expensive.
to create
yeah, it's a
one,
huge facility.
Yeah,
We should go though.
we should go. It's a group thing. Like me showing up to time, I'll take one.
I want to
day,
do the
just me by
5-iron thing
myself.
too. The simulator,
Do the what?
5-iron.
Oh, it's a.
It's like Top Golf but indoors.
Oh,
and you're,
yeah, I've
you're
seen
playing
them
an
at
actual
different-
course, like
yeah.
on a simulator.
There's one of those down at there's a bar down somewhere near Swedesboro that has like an indoor simulator that you play, and you can play a full round like it. It's pretty sweet. Those things, and even Topgolf, like when people show up with their own clubs and stuff, especially Topgolf.
I
That's
would
just
for 5-iron. I'd bring.
oh
my own
yeah,
clubs.
if you're playing a round,
but at
virtual-
Topgolf,
yeah.
that's lame. And they got like shitty balls.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't even matter if you show up with your own clubs. I'll just use whatever's there. It's mainly just it's Topgolf, but it's mainly.
No, dude, you go there to
food and
bomb
drink.
as many as you can, and then you try to see how many clubs you can let go in the air before you get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see how
Which is
hammered
3.
you can get, dude.
See how hammered you can
You
get.
can throw away
yeah.
3 clubs before they kick you out.
3? Oh,
Yeah.
it's 3.
That's the number.
Well, at the one in Cherry Hill.
They got the. I
I'm
played.
just kidding. I wouldn't do that. That's a menace move.
I've seen you throw a club on a course though.
Did you?
Oh yeah, down at the one near you. Oh yeah.
You definitely get some golf angries.
Do I?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
about to snap one of those fucking.
Oh
clubs.
my
I
god!
feel like I'm pretty fucking zen.
Dude, you haven't met yourself, brother.
We got to get some. I'll put a GoPro on my hat next time.
yeah,
Play back
dude.
the footage.
You're gonna see some action.
I go into it knowing that I'm gonna shoot between a 105 and a 115, and I can't expect to be any better.
That is true. That is what's helpful. Is we know, at least I know, I absolutely suck. So I go in with no expectations.
I've never had a lesson in my life. I can't possibly expect
you
I'm gonna.
probably play pretty well sometimes, where you go in thinking like, well, I should be able to do that again.
Last year, I shot for the second time ever below 100, and I feel like a few times I was on a pretty good streak where I was just
Yeah.
hitting straight down the fairway every
Huge.
time. I don't touch a driver, so that helps.
Yeah.
But
I really just started kind of playing this past year.
yeah, that's right. You just started getting
And
that.
I'll tell you what, man, this year, dude, I'm gonna take it up a notch.
Take it up a notch. You got the itch.
I'm trying to golf a lot more, and dude, I'm learning some
Yeah,
stuff.
me too. I think I'm gonna buy a membership at the club behind my house.
Dude,
That would be sweet.
get us in there.
Get us in there. Let's start doing
Yeah.
comedy shows there. Let's ruin it.
Because
Get me a membership, dude. Just get me one for free.
yeah, no, I can.
It's my birthday tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's
Is it
right.
really?
I got that in my calendar. Brendan Donegan's 32nd birthday.
That's right, baby.
Yep.
So it's just the least you could do.
It is the least. This is a good timing. So you can get Brendan his membership to the
I'm headlining the Valley Brook Country Club with
Boss Man.
Man
Yeah, dude.
and Jeff Coella.
Jeff Colella. That
Colella.
fucking alcoholic
that?
messaged me twice about that.
Yeah.
Separate times.
They're
didn't
doing free fucking tickets, dude.
we? Yeah.
I go, boss, that's not good.
Yeah. Boss set up.
Not good.
I think he said his friend is the head bartender at Valley Brook, so they're going to try out comedy there, and he has like February and March, like a couple of dates, and
No,
So I
free
go,
tickets
oh.
are good because the people go there and they're like, I didn't pay for this, so I can just act however the fuck I want.
Yeah.
That's great for comedy.
It's always good, especially
always
if you're
good.
headlining.
especially if you're headline. What are you going to do? Like a solid 45 to some drunk lady at the bar who thinks she's the funniest?
Well, so I go, oh, well, that's fine. I go, there's no tickets, so it's just like for the members. He goes, no, anyone could go. I go, fuck, dude, that's not good.
I think he said it's in a separate room, but they do have a tiny little bar there. I got blackout drunk at a wedding there. It's a
Really?
good time. Yeah, it's a good course to play. Have you played Valley Brook?
Is that Jaws' place? Yeah.
It's a part of his whole, he's got River Winds Valley Brook.
Jaws. Yo, Jaws.
Yo, Jaws. Speaking of Jaws, how about those birds?
Bird.
The
Oh, I thought
Eagles,
you were saying
yeah.
bears.
Oh, no, the
Dude,
bears.
we're going
Nice
to
for
the
a
fucking
second.
Super Bowl, dude.
That's fucking nuts.
Did you guys, what did you think of the Chiefs game? Some of those spot calls.
I mean, the biggest one that I watched, happen as it was live was the one where
the first down.
the first down where he was clearly over the fucking line.
Well,
and
and you
they-
did see the ref. There was the two refs coming
Yeah.
from opposite sidelines. The one ref is coming ahead of the first down, and the other one is coming right behind the first down. So I'm like, how are you guys this far off?
Yeah,
And then they slowed it down. He was clearly over that first down.
yeah,
Some really bad calls there. But then at the end of the game, when Josh Allen throws that up, that missed catch is fucking huge.
yeah.
He should have caught that, dude.
Oh, Kincaid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was bad.
It is rough. It just they keep on. There was some guy that I saw the clip making its rounds the other day about like you guys are all like so mad that the Chiefs are in there for I think what is it their 5th out of 6 year, 5 out of 6 years,
7.
5 out of 7 that they're in it.
Yeah, Mahomes has made it to the conference championship 7 years in a row.
It's fucking nuts. This one guy was just saying like you guys are all mad about it and you want to see something different, but you're witnessing greatness right now. It's like I see greatness as the people that upset the underdog story is what I see as
Well,
not
also,
the
like,
same
no one
person.
wants to see the greatness until it's like they're at the end of their career. Like,
Yeah.
I started to respect Tom when he was in Tampa.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, okay, once you're like no longer a threat, you're out of the league. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Yes, you're the best ever. Cool, get it.
Yeah.
Not
like,
to mention
it's like it's annoying seeing the Chiefs year after year.
Yeah. Not to mention, like, for example, this year, they've really not. I mean, they've obviously been great. Their record's incredible. They've squeaked by like 7 of those games by like 3 points with some very questionable calls, which is why everyone is saying that constantly.
Yeah. Well,
Not to say they're not good, but dude, they have got some insane calls. Every possible good situation that could have happened the past couple of years, the Chiefs have gotten.
Yeah.
That is why I think people are so annoyed with them.
I just like the fact that when the Patriots, the Eagles were in the middle of their 3 Super Bowls in a row and they won on either side, the Eagles broke their three-peat. Not broke it, but like they stopped the three-peat from happening. If they would have lost, the Patriots would have won 3 in a row. So now they have the opportunity to stop the Chiefs from doing a three-peat.
Dude,
so I'm hoping that's the case. How about all the stuff afterwards? Because it's kind of the whole Philadelphia fandom of degeneracy that, like, after the fact, the one guy's shooting his gun in the air, which they do that in the Middle East at weddings as a celebration all the time.
Got arrested.
He got arrested, but then there's a guy that's in the ICU for climbing the pole and falling.
Really?
There's an 18-year-old that's on life support right now.
Oh my God!
Like, he's probably gonna, like, they're probably gonna pull the plug on him.
Yeah, that's probably why they don't let you do it, I guess.
Yeah,
I think it might be.
Anytime I see those dudes up there, I'm like, how have you not fallen off of that thing yet?
I was never one of those guys that was nimble enough to, like, climb a tree out back or climb a pole.
I used
There's
to
no
climb
fucking
trees
way.
a lot, and like when I see people up on poles, I'm like, I can do that. But I'm
Bro,
not going
that's
to.
so high though. Like, I would be.
But part of you is
terrified.
not like, I can fucking do that.
That's why I have
I
so
don't know
much.
if I could.
That's why I just have so much respect for strippers when they get up there and they just whirl around down. Like, I just put my.
I just spent a nice night at Club Risque over the weekend.
Oh yeah,
after
that's
the
right.
bare knuckle fights.
Is that
is
why?
that
Is that why you got a little sniffle and a cough because you
way.
got in the champagne room?
Oh man.
Wow. Somebody sat on that.
So wait, what was the talent like in there? You were in there on a Saturday night, Club Risque, Columbus Boulevard, South Philly.
It's exactly how you think it would be.
A lot of fake tits.
A few.
Any black chicks?
Not many, surprisingly, in Philadelphia. So it was like a waste of my time.
Yeah, exactly. I would say the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah, we're hoping McGregor would show up. He was at the fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was promoting his whatever Forged Stout. I haven't tried that.
I'm sure he may have went to a little bit more of an upscale gentleman's club.
He was at Show and Tell across the street.
Yeah. Well, we actually, I think we went to 3 different strip clubs.
Really?
Yeah, we settled on Club Risque.
I would always go to Show and Tell. There's a gas station between the two on Columbus Boulevard. Show and Tell could have let 18-year-olds in there. They just put X's on your hands.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of like a South Philly strip club connoisseur. Did you go to the one? I forget the name of it. They have a billboard on 76 going into Market Street. It's the one that what is the fucking
The billboards
Sin
are
City,
hilarious.
Sin City Cabaret.
Yeah.
This is a billboard that has all of their girls on it. Like, there's like a dozen or
Is
two
it like
strippers.
10 hot ones and 1 ugly one?
Only one
chick?
ugly chick.
Yeah.
And they have all of the girls up there, and you're driving, and you're like, wait, which one's the fucking ugly
Yeah.
one? Brilliant marketing idea, but I haven't been there. There's always shootings there, but
It's kind of a crazy
Yeah.
thing because I feel like a lot of strippers actually like to keep kind of a low profile, considering they're like,
Yeah.
I don't want family or other people to know that I'm a stripper.
Yeah.
And then now they're just on a fucking billboard
oh yeah,
on 76.
I get kind of sad when I'm in there, dude.
because you just
I'm
want
not
to
a
save
big
them
strip
all.
club
It's kind of
guy.
like going to the pound.
No, because I think like this fine establishment's too good for them.
I go in there
it's
looking
not- dude, I don't know. It's just like I feel like every girl in there, I'm like, you used to wear a Cookie Monster pajama pants in high
God.
school.
Yeah,
and
that'll
drink
take you right
Monster,
out
you
of
know?
it. Yeah.
that'll loosen the chubby. Yeah, that'll send the blood flowing elsewhere.
Yeah.
There was this one really dope Indian dude there who was just wadding up dollar bills and whipping them at the girls' faces as they were dancing. They were like getting pissed, but then they're like, I kind of need
Like, well,
Was he having a good
that is
time, or was he
20.
kind of looking like he was at the lowest point of his life?
He was like laughing as he was doing it. He was having a good time.
He was just throwing them, just like have a look, have a look. 1 pound fish,
One
have a
pound
look.
fish,
Very,
one
very
pound
good.
smell like fish.
I would party with
I
that.
love
fucking
that
guy.
song. Yeah.
I'd never heard of him until Brendan told me, and now he's all over the
Yeah.
fucking place. He was on America's
Come
Got
on,
Talent.
ladies. Come on, ladies. 1 pound
Well, come on, ladies.
fish.
He does the
Amazing.
fucking.
Dude, we had one lady of the night came down off a dancing or whatever. I didn't even
Lady
see her.
of
I'm
the
like
night. What is this, the
buying
1700s?
a drink, and
She told you to buy her a drink.
no, I'm buying just buying a beer, and I think we like just got there, and she came up, and let's just say she fucking was gross. She was absolutely
What was gross?
appalling.
Was it her teeth or maybe
Everything about her, there's not one redeeming quality.
her eyeshadow didn't really match
And
her
then-
outfit?
She had the audacity to be like, you have to, it's not fair for you to tip some girls and not others. I was like, that is exactly the fairness.
This is
of it.
a performance-driven
First, I was like,
economy.
first of all, I haven't done anything. I've literally just walked in this place. I'm
This is
getting a
capitalism,
beer.
baby.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, that's exactly how, what do you mean? That's exactly how a strip club is structured.
Yeah, the strip club, it's a meritocracy in here. The best will rise
It's a
to the top.
titocracy.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
titocracy.
Yeah.
That's the
Have
title
you
of the
ever-
episode.
And she was
given-
just a big old gal.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I would have liked to line up across her for an Oklahoma drill.
Yeah, it should fuck you up.
Now that is something I'd be willing. Strippers doing an Oklahoma drill. I think
That would
that's
be
something
fun.
we can all
Yeah,
get
just
behind.
booby tassels flying. Have you ever given a stripper a talking to? Like, hey, man, you got to get out of here. What are you doing with your life?
No, I did once convince an Asian stripper at Stilettos in Atlantic City, the one right off the boardwalk.
Sure.
There was one Asian stripper in there who told me that she was trying to pay for law school at Princeton, and I said
It's
it would give-
always the school. They're always paying. Always the
Yeah.
story. They're always paying for
but
school.
she was Asian. I'm like, it's plausible. I was like, it's maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, yeah. It's a good strategy.
maybe.
Well, strippers don't lie. So.
No, they never lie. I trust all of them with my heart and would take them all home to help them all out as much as I could. But she told me she was trying to pay for. I was like, listen, I'll give you an extra $100 if you give me a massage after the lap dance, but you have to call me Mr. Dan the entire time. And she's like, okay. And she didn't even have an accent, but during the massage, she sure as fuck did. I was like, all right, that's worth the extra Benjamin. Yeah.
Did you give her an extra 100 for the accent?
No, I didn't even tell her to do it. She just started doing it. She started talking like one of the girls in Full Metal Jacket. I was like, holy fuck. I didn't know there was the theatricals that were going to be involved. This is well
Yeah.
worth $100.
You're like, I don't need the accent.
She unlocked a fetish, and Dan, he didn't know he.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I just heard that. Yeah, I mean, I definitely.
Anytime you're having sex
Turned
with
into
Rachel,
Robert
you're like,
Kraft.
call me Mr. Dan.
I was like, just call me Mr. Dan. She's like, okay, Mr. Dan. And the whole fucking time was like a 15-minute thing. It was better than any lap job I've ever gotten. You
Lap
just,
job.
A little lapper. Yeah, I was like, I'll pay for that every time.
Have you ever fallen in love with a stripper?
No, never that dumb. But I don't know. Have you ever?
No.
No.
But it was pretty funny. I was there with my one buddy Nick, and the stripper comes up to him, and she's like, "Oh, you want to like go into the champagne room?" She's like, $400. He's like, $400. He's like, what'll $50 get me? She's like, you can go home and fuck your wife. It was so funny. It was so funny.
It is funny when
a
they
great
give
response.
it back to you like that, though.
Yeah.
There was one time at the we went to the Republican Club. I ever tell you guys about that place over on Snyder Avenue?
No.
Dude, it was like an after hours back door. Like they had one stripper pole in there. One of the strippers was on crutches.
Graham, earmuffs.
It was
Yeah, Dan.
it was a filthy place to be. They had one TV in there and it was only playing on loop David Attenborough documentaries. Like
I don't want
nature
him and his friends
documentaries.
getting ideas, Dan.
It's a weird.
It was an awesome spot to be though. Like $2 beers. It was like basically in a guy's row home. But there was one stripper in there. My one old roommate that lived with me in South Philly agreed with the one stripper for a lap dance for $20. And after the lap dance was over, he was like, pulls out cash and he had like $12. He had a 10 and two singles. He's like, all I got is $12. And she was just like, whatever. She just took it and just walked away. It was
Yeah.
the saddest strip club ever. They used to do comedy shows in there.
Oh, really?
One stripper pole, like, the strippers' boyfriends would sit next to the pole while you're getting lap dances and stuff. It was one of the most unique places I've ever been. And I don't
Unique.
Nothing gets you harder than seeing a boyfriend watch a stripper give you a lap dance.
The guy's dog would walk around. There was a little white fluffy dog would just walk around. Graham would be all
Yeah.
about that. I mean,
It was a black dog before it went into the strip club.
yeah, left there with a few stains. Don't take a black light out in there. That's for sure. I think COVID killed that place though. It was right near the Melrose Diner.
God damn, so many good small businesses.
Small businesses that I would love to support, and now all we're left with is chain restaurants. It's
Yeah.
sad. It's a sad state of affairs.
They stayed open on Zoom for a little while, but it just
Oh my
wasn't the
God.
same.
What'd you guys do with
There's a
Zoom?
0% chance that Zoom stripping wasn't a thing during COVID.
Yeah,
It definitely was.
Yeah,
I guarantee
that's-
it.
Well, it's called
boring.
cam girls. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what
right.
those.
No, but like I would say, like from the strip club, probably I guarantee there was like
There had
streams
to have
going
been.
out. There had to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, they would
Those
do.
places are big. That rents a lot.
Right.
Yeah, that is true. Fuck, what did the strip clubs do during COVID? I never saw any
They
fundraisers.
pulled
for-
that cash out of the back. They had their Federal Reserve.
They got their own Federal Reserve in the back. At Show and Tell, we went there after my high school graduation, and there was a girl in there that told me her name was like we said we were from New Jersey, and we all came over. She's like, "Oh, she's like my stripper name is Jersey," and she had like a little thing that like showed that it was Jersey. I was like, "Why do you call yourself Jersey?" She's like, "I got arrested for trafficking heroin in New Jersey." I was like, "Oh, that's actually
Wow.
all right. I'll pay you $20 for an old lapper."
Yeah, 'tis the season.
Yeah, little lap J over there.
Wild girl.
Man.
Yeah, a bunch of wild girls. But yeah, so Eagles kid on life support. The one guy, did you see the video of the dude? And I think he was in somewhere in Northeast Philly. Just is in the crowd. And he just pulls out a gun and just starts
Yeah, I saw
shooting it
that.
in the air.
It's the most Northeast Philly shit I've ever heard of.
Yeah, yeah. So we got those things cooking. But Eagles, hopefully they do pull it off. Do you want to see the Eagles win, Jim? Because you're not an Eagles fan, right?
No,
You go along with it,
God, what is wrong with
I
you?
don't give a shit. I'm a Colts fan.
Why?
hell yeah.
My dad is.
Okay, it's the only acceptable response.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Oh, did you guys actually
I mean,
see?
you guys are insufferable. Eagles fans are rough, but you're also playing the Chiefs, so it's
Pick your poison type of
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, people. I mean, as much as we hate the Chiefs, and you forget, you kind of get sucked into the fact that we're in this area. But from what I'm seeing online, like everyone
fucking hates
hates the Eagles, dude.
Yeah, they do.
yeah. I think DraftKings is probably going to decide who I'm rooting for on
Yeah,
February 9th. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, dude. I feel like we could take them. I feel like we actually have
Yeah,
a
definitely.
very. I feel like
this
we
is
have a
like the
very good
worst
chance.
Chiefs team I've ever seen.
And I think this
with-
is our
since Mahomes has
best.
been there.
One of our best
roster wise,
in terms of talent. We have
Yeah.
one of our best teams ever on the
As
Eagles.
long as they play like they did last week, hopefully they show up and they do that again. I mean, if you're putting
That's
up,
the scary thing is like you just gotta hope like okay, please tell me to blow your offensive wad like Washington did the week before.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
the
tell
one
you
thing
what,
that
Jalen looked really confident. He was throwing the ball around a lot more.
there were a
He's my
lot of
biggest question mark.
there were a lot of points that the was it Brady that was calling the game there too, that he was calling out. He's like, throw the ball, like you got to throw the ball. There was multiple replays where they showed somebody wide open
Yeah.
and he hesitated, and then he probably out of any Philadelphia quarterback that I remember just scrambles out and throws the ball away so much, which is better than being sacked. But
He,
like,
well,
he
he
doesn't
also
even
he
throw
takes
the
a
ball
lot of
away.
slide sacks too
Yeah,
that are
no,
kind of
he
meaningless when he
never
could
throws the
throw
fucking
the
ball
ball
away.
away.
He'll
Yeah.
roll out.
I think it was like his first season. He threw the ball away the most in the league, which
Yeah.
is a good thing when you look at like how his stats were good. So it's a good thing. It means you're being smart with the ball. He didn't turn it over a lot, but now, yeah, I feel like he holds the ball. He's the like. I mean, he's a good quarterback. He doesn't get the credit he deserves. He is a game manager type plus. He's got the extra, especially like running ability.
Yeah.
Like he's not just a game manager, but he could also. If someone's going to turn it over, it's going to be him.
Yeah.
yeah,
But everybody else, I mean, like,
The defense is
defense is looking
the best.
great.
So like
Devontae
that's
Smith, AJ Brown. Dude, the first play of the game, Saquon taking that to the fucking house. I mean,
yeah.
dude, I was rock hard.
Yeah, I'm like trying not to get ahead of myself of planning because it was probably the best month ever living in South Philly when they went to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl. Everything that happened after the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
it was the fucking greatest time. And now I just want to be like, oh, now I got to dip back into that.
I know.
But you don't want to put the cart before the horse with all
I
of
know.
that. I did take off the day after the Super Bowl though,
Have
because
to.
I'm gonna go from not drinking from New Year's Eve
yeah.
until the
I'll
Super
take
Bowl.
it off too.
We got to
But-
do our Super Bowl commercial that we're planning too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna put
we're
out.
trying to bring it back.
We're gonna bring it back when
car
Burrow and
commercial.
who was it? It was Bengals versus
Joe Burrow and
the Rams, right?
Yeah, they lost to the Rams.
Yeah, yeah. So that year we did
Matt
the
Stafford.
South Jersey whatever car dealer
dealership.
parody commercial. So we're gonna do another one. So
Yeah, what did we? Was it South Jersey Nissan that we did?
I forget what it
Toyota?
was. South Jersey, something like that. But yeah, we're gonna have to bring it back and actually lean into an actual brand and come up with a little jingle and get it out there. So
South Jersey Smart Car.
yeah.
People
Yeah.
were asking for it.
People have been asking for it. They've been hitting us up like, when are you going to bring back the next, when are you going to get that guy that wears the New Balances that makes all the girls wet? When are you going to bring him back? And
Yeah.
that's what they've been saying. So you can get in all the comments. So we're going to do that up before the Super Bowl Sunday. You're going to, you were drinking a little bit. Have you done no drinking at all?
So I've just now limited myself to drinking 1 day a week, and I've lost 6 pounds.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and I've been doing it for 2 weeks.
I just stopped like since New Year's Day. I haven't had anything since, right then. So I feel like I've lost some weight. I don't have metrics behind that, but I've held strong with this. Jim,
Yeah.
you let it rip at the comp fundraiser.
Yeah.
You had some Coronas down.
Yeah, I had a couple days in a row where I was like, I need to. And then Saturday, of course, like we went to the bare knuckle fights, and then
The strip club.
strip-
You can't
I was
do.
like, I'm
Bare
sober.
knuckle fight looked crazy.
It was fucking awesome.
Is
It
that
was
an
pretty
actual?
cool?
Is that an actual league, or is
Yeah.
it just like guys that you pick
Yep,
up and
bare
Philly?
knuckle fighting champ. It was like all ex-UFC fighters.
Oh, fuck.
It was pretty sweet.
That's got to be an insane environment in there. Is it
Shout
just?
out my girl Beck Rollins.
Can you see pretty good from? Like,
Yeah, our seats were sick. We were like, I don't know, 10 or 12 rows back.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we were right there.
But what about
Inside.
like? Does everyone have generally a decent enough view, or like there's some bad seats like anything else?
I guess if you were like the nosebleed, it was pretty packed though for being at Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
It was a lot more crowd. I thought it was full. Like it was
Yeah.
at capacity. I thought it wasn't going to be like that,
Wow.
but it's kind of grown a lot. It's obviously
Yeah,
not as
dude.
big as like UFC, but it was still pretty sweet. They put together a pretty good promotion. The only thing that sucked is they had this like host guy that was just real fucking annoying. I wish I knew his name so I could just roast him, but I don't. I hated him.
No, they had a guy that like would come out in between fights or something like that.
Yeah, and he was
5
like just
minutes.
trying to like get the crowd rowdy and stuff. And he was
Was
just,
it being televised?
He
or
was just a real
recorded?
dickbag.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, was fuck that? Yeah, and that's got to be some crazy environment as far as just everybody there. I feel like those types
Some
of things where
brutal knockouts. It was sweet.
you get that. Were you gambling? Was people in there
Yeah,
gambling? That and then all the drinking, all the cocaine, all the strippers. Oh fuck!
Free beef jerky.
Free beef jerky. Fuck. Was that?
Damn.
I mean, it sounds like a
Should've
time and a
went.
half.
Yeah.
How the fuck can you?
If they
top
come
that?
back, I'm fucking going.
I mean, we can just create our own bare knuckle fighting out back at Brendan's house here.
Yeah.
You pick up a couple of guys around and just have them fight. Yeah, they tried that once. Remember bum fights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goes so well.
Simpler times.
What do you got, Callahan? I see you looking up your articles.
Yeah, I got a couple of things more recently. I think this just came out today. Yeah, actually today. Did you see that Trump actually announced what happened with the New Jersey drones?
I
Yeah,
saw
it
that
was
very
exactly
briefly.
what like I would have thought is the most boring answer.
It was. Yeah, the White House press secretary said that the mystery drones flying around were authorized to be flown by the FAA, and Trump said that Biden and the White House knew about it, and they were just basically keeping people in the dark.
But why?
They didn't explain what. He said that they were doing, that it got worse over time, that a lot of hobbyists started flying theirs up there. They said that it was for, no one wanted to comment on it.
Experimentation.
Research and study is what they said. They're all about just whatever. They were approved by the FAA to fly around doing research and study. So something government looking or testing, doing something around. They don't want to. But like all they had to do was just say, hey, it's us doing it. You can't tell us not to. Go fuck yourself. And that's it.
Why
Like,
in New Jersey though?
it's always crazy because New Jersey is.
It wasn't just New Jersey. It was also like New York, California.
It was
I think
North Jersey a lot in
Texas.
the New York area.
I think Jersey was like the
most
Yeah.
popular, most.
But so
yeah.
that's wild to know that we have some sort of technology that they're testing out where these drones that people have been seeing are doing unrealistic things that we don't even fully understand at times.
But I would say they have much cooler shit than that.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit we don't see.
Yeah, there's got to be. I mean, what else do they got out in Area 51 that Bob Lazar and all those guys were calling out for a while? It's gotten awfully quiet about that.
But that's wild though. It's like to your point, there's stuff that we don't even know about that's probably way crazier. But then this stuff that people have been videotaping, all the speculation has been like, we don't really know because they're up in the air for hours and hours and hours, and then they disappear. They're undetected by radar. So I'm like, was that all just lies, or have we just developed something that superior?
Yeah, I don't know, but
And why were they hiding that?
yeah, they just don't want
Maybe-
people to know. what
Maybe
the
they
fuck
just don't
got.
want our enemies to know.
That's probably the largest. It's a national security thing because if
It's pretty
we know,
hilarious
then,
that Trump would come right down and be like, no, it's ours, man.
yeah, it's ours. Biden didn't want to say it. What a fuckhead. I'll say it. Yeah, that's probably what it was. But yeah, also that because then if we have all that stuff and we're doing research or we're putting stuff in our own phones, everyone knows, or government probably knows, everybody here has got some type of Chinese spy app on their phones. So
Yeah.
that's not
I would
gonna be
assume
good.
that like if it is okay, if that taken on its face, it was just like research and whatever they're doing. Part of that could have been okay. Let's just see how our public reacts to it,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So if you do tell them and spoil it, you kind of lose that aspect of
Yeah.
said research.
Yeah, that is true too. I don't know if we'll ever fully know that. He did say he's also
Like,
going to be
people like some people were going out and shooting them. Some people were like lighting fireworks at him. I was going out staring and masturbating. Like everyone responded differently to the drones.
Yeah, I responded in a similar way
like,
too.
what has the public been doing? They're weirdly jerking off to them.
Yeah. They got video cameras on each one, and we just see guys staring at them, just fucking cranking. Yeah.
Welcome to Earth.
It was funny where there were people saying that they were aliens, and I'm looking at them. I'm like, they got FAA compliant lights on them. What alien would have red and green lights? It's fucking
The theories started to get pretty wild.
Yeah. But Trump did say he's also, and he might have done at some level or some degree, releasing all the JFK files, the RFK files, the Martin Luther King
he did
files.
the executive
so,
order on
but
it. And then there's
we'll
like
see.
a 15-day period where they have to figure out the rollout of it.
They're going to redact the fuck out of them now.
Yeah.
They're just going to be black lines through everything. Because even if there was everything, like the answer to
Is that what happened last time? They just redacted all of like the
a lot of the
interesting
times
stuff?
they release a few folders of files, and then it just opens up for more questioning, another documentary.
But this says the executive order is supposed to fully release, right? Or
It very well might. I just don't see.
I agree. I doubt.
What world did they actually save all of this stuff, and no one got rid of the papers that said what they did, or that they actually did put this in paper? I mean, what was it? It was a month after.
But then
JFK
why would they withhold some of these files?
Yeah, there's probably some. I don't know, some more information that we don't know that's in there. But
What if the three of them died in a three-way shootout? No one ever talks about that.
JFK, RFK, and MLK?
Yeah.
Fuck. That's a conspiracy that we should be able to start here. It was just a three-way duel, just like...
I would say all three of them died in the most boring way possible, which is just exactly what you think.
Yeah, just getting capped. Well, JFK did it in the middle of the street.
Our government had a hand in all three of them.
Yep. Well, is James Earl Ray still alive? The guy that shot MLK? Yeah. But he went to prison, just died in prison, like whatever. Like,
I don't know.
Sirhan's still in prison. I know that.
Yeah.
Lee Harvey Oswald got fucking whacked, a day or two after.
Yeah, by the mob guy.
By the guy that owned the
Jack
strip
Ruby,
club, Jack Ruby. Yeah. I feel like all these things, like when they release more files, it's just keeping all these Netflix documentary people in business because we finally have the answer. And then you watch it and it's like, oh, there's some interesting stuff, but it doesn't give us the answers.
Yeah.
So
there's gonna be a lot of.
But I don't know too much about
bullshit.
the MLK one. JFK overshadows so much of any type of assassination conspiracies. But like, what was the big thing with MLK? Like, what is unknown there? Just him and his motive, and if he was a part of the government.
Well, just who did it?
Well, they arrested that guy, but like, do they think he was just a patsy or something?
Yeah, like
okay.
I've heard speculation and theory that.
Well, because like the FBI was tapping his phones and like had all of the information on his mistresses and stuff that he was cheating on.
They were calling him and like
stuff.
like provoking him in weird ways.
Huh?
They viewed him as a big communist threat.
Okay.
And there's some speculation that like they could have been like the CIA or whoever could have had some sort of involvement, and maybe like
I think it was the butler in the washroom with a candlestick.
It's a viable option.
There we go.
Yeah. I mean, and JFK got capped like a month after he said he wanted to end the Federal Reserve or something. Like he was kind of going after a lot of areas, and then all of a sudden he gets shot.
He was pissing off a lot of people.
Yeah,
he was pissing off a lot of people. And then the one that's often not talked about nearly enough is the fact that Rosa Parks' husband had a car. Did you guys see that?
I did see that.
I'm not even kidding. That's a real fucking thing. Somebody brought it up. They were like, "Do you guys know Rosa Parks' husband had a car?"
I just saw that the other
Meanwhile,
day.
she's just sitting on the bus like that. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. I mean. Things
what
like
if
that.
She was like annoying, and he just didn't want to drive her around.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure everybody here has a story of being on public transit and
Imagine
an elderly
the
woman.
story that he had to hear when she got home. Oh, here we go again.
Here we go again.
Should have just drove you.
Is that a legit experience, like, or a conspiracy that like people are like, she did it as like a form of protest? As opposed to
really?
Yeah. They think that it was purposely set up and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, so instead of like it just happening organically, where
I
haven't heard that one.
Now, I've seen the things about like it starting with her husband having a car where she didn't need to be riding the bus, but she was on the bus. They don't think it was an organically.
Bitches talking a lot. You don't always want to drive your wife around.
Yeah, I would send my wife on a bus any chance I fucking
had one
get.
car.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I feel like families only had one car.
Yeah. It was a fucking station wagon or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's
That is pretty
not,
funny to make your wife ride the bus, though.
Oh,
like,
no
work.
fucking way. Yeah. Could you imagine dropping your bitch wife off at a public
Maybe she
transit?
just did it to get pissed at him, where she's like, "You made me ride the bus, and look at what happened."
Yeah. Just wants to hold that against him and go out and get something purposely
If
done
I
like
made
that.
Sam ride the bus, you better believe she's coming home with a wild story of something that happened to her.
I had to get a fucking earful when we took NJ Transit to the Garden to see the Billy Joel concert. We were on the NJ Transit, and everybody on there fucking reeks, just as loud as fuck. Everyone's playing a speakerphone. I'm not saying any particular, folks, but I mean, it was just a terrible. Rachel's just like, what the fuck?
Anybody ride the bus, public transportation fucking sucks.
On our way back, it was nothing but drunk Rutgers students, and they were just beyond obnoxious. Like, just it was all over the place, and we're just like, fuck. And of course, it took forever.
Do you guys even know that my dad holds the
Yeah, I
record
was like,
at
you
your
guys
fucking
know-
school for the bile?
That's been my only "do you know who I am" moment. Yeah. So
Do you know how fucking fast my dad is?
do you know how fast he was in '75? Yeah. Oh, and here's some good topical news as well. Spirit Airlines tightened their dress code policy. One of the biggest changes that is coming to Spirit Airlines flights all over this country.
Cleavage.
Fuck, they got to have more
Come
of
on,
that.
cleavage. That's what I'm saying. Are
Yeah.
they opening it up?
I feel like they should open that up. They're clamping down on some other areas, though.
Okay.
Particularly, bare feet are now banned on Spirit.
Good.
Wow.
Good.
It's
No one
about
wants to
time.
fucking see that. I actually hate seeing people dressed like shit in like pajamas on a plane.
Yeah.
I hate seeing that in public, but especially at the airport, it becomes so normalized. Like, oh, I gotta get on an 8:30 flight. I'm gonna wear my pajama pants to the airport.
Like I won't wear sweatpants out of the house. I
Yeah,
always like
grow
just
the
wear
fuck
normal
up.
adult clothes out of the house.
Yeah, you just see some of these fucking
Bare feet,
slobs at the airport.
unacceptable.
A lot of these people,
Yeah.
the flight's at like noon, and they're showing up like that. I'm like, what the fuck is? It's 9:00
And
on a
fucking-
Friday morning. When
yeah.
you can't dress yourself. Like, have some self-respect. So they are.
Checkered pajama pants.
Oh God, those are all the fucking worst. They also are instituting violations for offensive clothing, tattoos on top of bare feet. So
Offensive tattoos.
offensive tattoos, they are claiming.
What do they
down on.
deem as offensive? Steve-O's going to have a hard time getting on a fucking plane.
Fucking no more swastikas on your forehead. Yep.
Steve-O has a dick tattooed on his fucking head.
Imagine him trying to, hey, I'm Steve-O and this is Flying on Spirit.
His
Yeah.
dick on his head.
Yeah, he just, for his 50th birthday, he had Post Malone tattoo a dick on his face.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, and he was getting fake tits too, right?
Yeah, I think
I
that's
don't
still,
think that's
still the
happening.
plan. I bet you he'll do it. I mean,
Yeah.
he tattooed a dick on his face. What's holding him back?
Yeah. So I guess Spirit is
It's
trying
crazy.
to-
That's him sober.
Yeah.
that is
He's,
wild.
I'm like,
Yeah.
let's just
Imagine
start
getting a
drinking
dick
again.
tattoo. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Spirit's just trying to.
I'm fine
become
with
the
all
new-
of those changes.
You're fine with all of those
Yeah.
things. Have you ever flown Spirit?
Yeah. To
What
Florida.
what has been your to Florida?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like when I went to college in Florida. It was,
You ever see anything wild? You ever do anything?
No,
wild?
just really gross people who should be kicked off of a plane.
Yeah. I remember when I was on Spirit, they just kept like shit would break or they'd be like, we're out of snacks, but what can you do? This is Spirit. That was like their slogan. They kept just being like, what did you expect? This is Spirit.
They did lean into it. I remember in a couple of flights, I've flown to and from Vegas on Spirit. I flew back from L.A. on Spirit. Fuck.
How funny is that? That's like you guys, you're making that part of your brand. Like, aren't we pieces of shit?
It's like, hey,
Sorry, what'd you expect?
you guys get it. Yeah.
We
I
know we
hate
charge you
flying.
$100 for your bag, so it's actually not even that cheap. But we're Spirit.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit like that they're getting really hammered by the government. Like they had those Senate not confirmation, but those Senate hearings on airlines. And I loved how the one senator was just, he had all of the
ripping them
CEOs
apart.
of major airlines, and he's like, you guys realize that the experience on all of your flights are terrible across the board. Like nobody likes flying.
And they all just play
Like-
dumb. They're like, oh, we haven't looked at those numbers. And they're like, so you're incentivizing people to like, what was it? Like take bags off of.
Oh yeah, they were giving commission to people that
To force people to check their bags. and
force
stuff.
people to check their bags. They were getting paid gate agents like $10 or $20 a bag that they got.
yeah, they
checked.
always push that on you. They ask you if you like want to check it.
Yeah. So they get commission for that. But then just in general, like they had the airline CEOs for American, Delta, Frontier, Spirit, all of them, and they were just like, you're like, the experiences with you guys is terrible. Like, there's
You watch a TV show or a movie, and they're like on a plane, and the seats are as wide as this couch. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
I was watching something the other night, and I was like, "Well, what the fuck?" It took me out of the show. I was like, "There's no like first class doesn't have that wide of seats. Like
Yeah.
this is bullshit.
Yeah, you ever see first class in real life? You're like, it doesn't look that.
It's
much
not that
better.
good."
no.
Like,
On those,
it is just a
Yeah, maybe
seat
on like
that fits you.
Emirates, but like it's
Like, don't get me wrong,
yeah.
I'd love to be up there, but I'm like
I flew it one time,
one day.
business class on Aer Lingus, and I would never pay to fly
Lingus.
that. It was a work trip, but I would never be able to pay. It's like $5,500 each way
Oh
to
my
fly in the
God.
business class thing. I was like, take a couple edibles and knock yourself out, and you wake up at 7 a.m. their time when you land. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's like, it's fine.
I have so many points though. I'd love to, like, if I go to like Japan or something, do like a first class fight.
They're fine, like
Flight.
Japan, or you want to go to Thailand. The things
I
that
do
show
want
up,
to go to Thailand.
things that show. I know somebody that just moved there. It's like fucking dirt cheap to live there, to go there, visit, whatever. But all I see in my feed is that one strip.
Lady boys.
Yeah, with that one street where it's just brothel after brothel after brothel, and you walk through there and they touch you, they come up to you, they try and grab you. Like,
I
it's
don't like that.
I don't like it. It seems a little intimidating.
Yeah,
There's no
bet you
fucking
don't.
way. yeah,
Yeah, they're grabbing you like a bunch of dudes.
yeah. Grab. Yeah, you had some dude come
very
up and grip you up,
aggressive.
just pick you up and take you inside the bar. Be a little aggressive. One other thing, while I was mentioning what they were doing, Trump with JFK, but one other thing that he's instituting. Did you guys see that Google is actually going to follow his order to change the name of Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America on the map apps?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How could anyone be upset about that? That's awesome.
They said that, how dare Google bend to what he's demanding, and how dare you change
Why would you
this?
want it to be the Gulf of a different country?
Yeah, Gulf of America. That's fucking great, isn't it?
Well, also, do they have a choice if like he's issuing executive orders? Like,
I just don't know
What is
who
the-
has the jurisdiction over the Gulf of Mexico to change the name of it. That's what I don't understand.
yeah, I don't understand any of that.
Like, could he
Probably
say we're
us.
changing the name of the Indian Ocean to like the Gulf of India or something? I don't know. Like, how does that work?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it seems like they're
Also,
gonna change
why is
it.
that even a priority? I'm like, who gives a shit about
It's-
naming of anything? It's like, like
Gives a
the
fuck.
Redskins, the Commanders. It's like, dude, who gives a shit?
Yeah. Redskins rolled off the tongue so much more nicely. The Commanders
And just
then
the fact that no
Guardians,
Native
like-
American people were like, yeah, dude, that's the least of our concerns. It's like what a football team's name is.
Yeah. So they're changing it in Google Maps and Apple Maps. They changed the names of other stuff. He's trying to take over Greenland, but yeah, it wasn't at the top of my priority list either. What I was pitching to Brendan earlier, though, Jim, I got to get your thoughts on this. This is our opportune time to strike. Just hear me out. We got to change the name of the Delaware River to the New Jersey River and the Bay of New Jersey.
Yeah.
I mean,
Delaware is who's the first state? It's nothing.
I know, and
It's nothing.
it is like that's literally their only claim to fame is being the first state and then also a tax shelter for these major corporations.
Yeah.
I think instead of sending ICE into Delaware, we got to send the IRS in there and arrest everybody from Bank of America and so on.
I think honestly, New Jersey should absorb Delaware and then dissolve it.
Yeah, who even runs Delaware, dude? Like,
Joe Biden these days.
that's right.
I couldn't even tell you. They got Wilmington and Newark.
Might be easy to take it off his.
Yeah.
Catch him sleeping on the job.
Catch them sleeping and just go in there. Yeah.
Does Delaware even still want to be Delaware?
I don't think Delaware gives a fuck about
They
anything.
might be
They're
looking
just
to partner up with somebody.
they're all like Philadelphia sports fans. There you go. A little more south, they might become Baltimore fans. But like Northern Delaware is basically an extension of Delco and Philly in a way. Your bitch wife's from Delaware. What does she
I
think
don't
about
even.
it?
Yeah, like I won't talk to her about Delaware.
I ran the numbers on it. New Jersey has 150 miles of coastline on the Delaware River from top all the way
Yeah,
to
we
the
have
bottom.
more.
Delaware only has 40 miles of it. Pennsylvania only has 120 miles of it. New Jersey vastly covers the Delaware River.
Dude, I remember the days when George Washington crossed the New Jersey River.
There we go. Yeah, fuck crossing the Delaware. I actually looked up how it even got its name. And you know the Delaware is actually named after a colonial governor from Virginia that never even was in Delaware, Pennsylvania, or New Jersey. So it's named after a guy who's never
So it's
even
bullshit.
Yeah, fuck that. We might as well name it the New Jersey River. And doesn't the Bay of New Jersey sound so much better than the Delaware Bay?
Yeah.
Yes,
Next question.
Delaware contributes absolutely nothing, and I'm going to create a petition.
No
So-
sales tax.
Yeah, that's the only reason people are there. It's what they gloat about is the no sales tax. They're the first state. They really popped off when
sweet.
remember when the state quarters became a thing, and they went in order of the states. So Delaware was the first one that had a state quarter come out, and everyone was like, "Oh fuck, it's a collectible. It's like the Beanie Babies of the
Throw it right in
coin
the
industry."
trash.
Yeah, get that. It had like a little pony on it or something. Like fuck this.
How do we get New Jersey to rally around no income tax like other states? Like what? Why don't more states?
Awesome.
Well,
I guess they're
who's
just
like
taking-
Delaware, Florida, Texas?
So I'm aware of.
I guess it depends what type of tax. Income tax, sales tax. There's different
There's
ones.
a couple other states.
There probably is a few other ones, but New Jersey only has some of the highest taxes on like fucking everything. I feel like Delaware's full of.
It's cool because like all of our highways and stuff are really well maintained. They're just like all the construction's been finished.
I've driven to the Outer Banks multiple times, and you have to go all the way through Delaware. Most of Delaware, you're like in the middle of fucking nowhere, though. I feel like there's a lot of just wide open like no man's land in Delaware when you get like sort of towards the middle and the lower part of Delaware. So like, I don't know, are the roads really like what's bad about Delaware? Like they don't have taxes, but like does it show? Like is
yeah,
Delaware
like
really?
like does it matter that much? Like
Yeah.
like or do you need that much that you're taking in that you're putting to good use? Like
Yeah, Phil Murphy, what are you doing with our goddamn money?
yeah, what are you guys doing?
So then he
is
fucking
what I'm
fixing
trying to
his
say.
creepy teeth.
Yeah, they're just keeping everything quiet from us on the drone front is all.
That guy's a real douche nozzle.
Yeah, that guy's a fuck. So I'll be creating this petition. I'll see where I can go with it. We're gonna.
I think you could probably get half of Delaware to sign it.
Really?
Yeah.
I really
They
feel
have
like
no
we could.
pride. Delaware pride?
Yeah, is there really such a thing? Are people prideful about Delaware?
No.
Outside of like a lot of people in Rehoboth, I have a lot of pride in Rehoboth Beach.
Well,
that's
yeah,
for sure.
that's a different pride.
Yeah, it is. It's not a Delaware pride.
Yeah.
Have you been to or stayed? Have you, either of you guys ever like stayed or gone down to any of the Delaware beaches for like a weekend?
We've gone out to Dewey, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't even feel like it's not like I can replicate it to the Jersey Shore at all, and like that, and even Ocean City, Maryland. Ocean City, Maryland's just like a fucking booze fest type of place.
So thick.
But Delaware, I'm just like, oh, it's like a beach. Like I don't know. It feels a little off to me.
Yeah.
They're nice beaches, but like I don't know. Just feel like it doesn't have the Jersey has the New Jersey culture ingrained in it. Delaware beach is like it's just a beach in a random state. Like it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
Dan's
Yeah.
fired up right
I'm
now.
all fired. You got me going. I'm gonna start. I don't even know why, because like a lot of shit about New Jersey pisses me off too. But when I have our if Pennsylvania has enough rivers, New Jersey there is no river in New Jersey. Delaware just who gives a fuck? Let's name it. Let's rename it. Get it renamed. They're renaming things. That's why I think while the iron's hot, we might as well dip our toe in.
Yeah. Well,
I think Donald Trump would be on board with you too because
yeah, we'll
he'd
call
be
him
taking
up.
it from
Call the press.
We'll hit him
where
up.
Get him on.
Biden.
Let's
is
get
from.
Yeah,
Or he's not even from Delaware, right?
he's from Scranton.
Yeah, he's from
Scranton,
PA.
Pennsylvania.
But he's just lived in Delaware, and I saw the a number, not to change the topics, but I saw where they were breaking down how many days of vacation presidents have taken during their terms and everything. Biden was one of the most most amount of vacation days for a president in like modern history. It's
Really?
fucking nuts.
How many we
Ask
talking?
him to recall a single one.
Yeah, over 4 years there was a good amount of days. I forget, it was in
Dude,
the hundreds.
I
Well, he's had
Three-
him saved
I
up
think
for quite a
Hank-
few years of service.
I think hanging out with like senile Biden would be kind of fun.
yeah.
Like right now that he's no longer president, like I feel like
Yeah,
I'd
we'd
love
love
to
to hear
sit
what
on the
he'd have
beach
to
and just
say.
drink like a couple Coronas.
Lick some
Talk
ice cream.
about Hunter.
Talk about Hunter. Have
What do you
some
think
ice
about?
cream.
What do you really think about Hunter's art?
Yeah. Did I see that he lost some of his paintings in the L.A.
Yeah, I'm
fires?
sure it was all insured.
That they value them at like $50 million. All of his paintings.
$50 million.
Yeah, art is
fuck
one of
outta
the
here.
largest money laundering scams ever.
It's crazy.
I wouldn't pay $50 million for Delaware.
No,
I don't think
wouldn't.
Delaware is worth that.
a $50 bill. Yeah,
Stiletto bucks.
yeah. Well, we'll get it changed. I'm gonna push. I feel like that's actually a good point. I feel like Trump would be all about it. We'll see if we can get Trump Jr. on the podcast and see if he can talk through it.
Jump June.
Yeah, I mean that's really all I wanted to cover. Gun fired at Eagles Parade. Man on life support after falling off the pole. Spirit Airlines. New Jersey drones. Gulf of America. Other than that, it was that guy with the bad boy of the week is probably the dude that created the Proud Boys burger in Tom's River. We'll have to talk
would
about
say
that at
so.
our next show in March.
Yeah. What do you got coming up, Jimbo?
Getting over this stripper cold that you caught.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one do you think gave it to you? Mercedes, Lexus,
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon?
Yeah.
Ooh, oh man.
Yield cinnamon.
When you swallow a bunch of cinnamon, it never comes up well.
Yeah, she was coughing, and it seemed like it was a cough that she's had for years.
Yeah, it sounds like you've gotten significantly sicker throughout this podcast episode.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm struggling right now. Out of
So
nowhere,
let's wrap it up.
I felt pretty
We're
good,
definitely well over an hour.
and now
You were shooting hoops earlier. You felt
yeah,
pretty good, and
I was
now
dunking a basketball.
Where are we at?
Really tall.
where are we at?
Yeah, we're an hour 20.
We're at an hour 20. You better pull through for another fucking 20.
I gotta go try and make a baby.
Let's wrap this bitch,
Yeah.
guys.
Hell yeah. Wrap it up.
What do you
Thanks
got,
for-
Jimbo? Thanks for coming on.
I can't think right now, dude.
We got our Tom's
some
River show
shows.
coming up.
That's not till March though.
That's March
We
20th,
got
right
some
after
other
St.
shows
Patrick's
that
Day.
I'm on.
Oh, you do? What
I'll
other?
post them on social media.
Hell yeah.
Let's get him out of here so he can blow his fucking nose, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan, what do you got?
This, that, and the other thing. I think. You know what? I'm trying to think. Some local fundraiser. You know the fucking deal.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's anything of note, but no. Actually, just keep an eye out for that sketch that we'll put together for the South Jersey
Yeah,
Nissan or whatever
for
the
sure.
fuck. And then March. There's going to be a bunch of stuff in March. How about you, Brendan?
Yeah, not too much. I got New York Comedy Club, Stanford, and New York this Thursday. Otherwise, just go on BrendanDonegan.com. I got all my dates listed there.
All right.
But yeah,
Thanks for having me,
Peace.
boys.
Absolutely. We'll see you.